So hello student, today we will discuss about the highway cost analysis. Means what are the various type of cost are involved from the material collection to metro experiment or laying the material, maintenance, construction. What are the various type of cost are involved in the highway or the transportation system. So that is our today's point of discussion. So before going to details, let me introduce myself. Myself, Dr. Debasish. I am Assistant Professor of Civil Engineering Department, JS College of Engineering, Kalyani. My WhatsApp number and email ID is given. So today's topic is highway cost analysis and highway finance. So what is the purpose of the economic evaluation? Means why we do this financial analysis or the financial development for any highway construction project. So preparation of highway plans at the national, regional and local level. So basically the highway plans are initially prepared at the national level, then it go to regional level, and finally it is propagated to the local level so that it can be developed and it can be formed. So to rank schemes with the highway sector plan competing for scarce sources in order to priority. To compare mutually exclusive schemes and select the most attractive one. To determine whether a scheme under consideration is worth investment at all. To evaluate the alternative strategies, stage construction or full construction, alternative specifications such as flexible pavement or the rigid pavement, alternative policies such as the increased outlay of maintenance and rehabilitation, alternative design standard and alternative policies option on the axle load. So these things are some to find out some alternative measures, because when we are going for construction of the highway, we have to first thing we have to do is to find a suitable alignment or to find a suitable route. Now where this route should be passes through, there are number of alternative possibilities are there, and we have to choose the best shortest suitable possible for highway alignment. So this is the first thing, we have to select the alignment of the highway. Next is the what are the various types of materials are available and which materials are suited for that particular highway. Next is equal to which type of pavement we are going to construct, whether it is a rigid pavement or whether I am going for the flexible pavement. So based on the loading capacity, based on the your traffic load, based on your environment, based on your availability of the metal. So there are lots of parameters are there, lots of experiments on soil, on aggregates are there for selection of the rigid pavement and flexible pavement. And one of the important also issue is the purpose of the utilization. Next is the what are the alternative for design standard. How we design the road based on the traffic load, means the axle load. So these are the some parameters we need to think before construction of the road, and based on our selected parameter the cost will be different or varying for different types of the road. What are the basic concept of the economic analysis? So it is the national viewpoint. It is a difference between economic analysis and financial analysis. Analysis is a study of future. All possible alternatives should be considered. Cost and benefit component of equal magnitude. Marginal differences. All consequences should be considered. Analysis period should not extend beyond the period or reliable forecast. All future cash flow to be brought to a common time of data. So basically it is nothing but the basic thing. What is the actual economic analysis? So economic analysis means first we have to think the select the required thing. First we have to then we go for the select the alternative. Then we go to the selection of the traffic load, axle load, and based on that we finally do the economic analysis. So the aspect of project appraisal, the engineering aspect, managerial aspect, financial aspect, and economic aspects. What are the engineering aspect? So deal primarily with technical construction process and the operating of the projects after it is completed, as well as with the estimate of capital and operating cost. Next, what is marginal aspect? So marginal aspect is deal with the multitude of management and staffing problem involved construction and operating of the So managerial cost. So managerial cost means what are the costs are required for construction and operation of the project. Means we have to construct a road, we have to construct a building. So what are the costs during the construction and during the operation of the project are the managerial aspects. Next is the financial aspect. So it basically deals with the cost and revenue of the enterprises responsible for the project. Means what are the enterprise or what are the agencies are involved. We the authority asks for them for the detailed budget, and based on the budget the financial aspects are decided. And the economic aspect deal with the economic cost and the benefit from the point of the view of the country as a whole. Means our economic, our GDP. So basically these are the things which the finally reflect on our GDP of the country. So basically it is one of also an important economic aspect also. So to estimate the economic cost to adjustment are necessary, taxes and customs duty must be deducted, and the foreign exchange component must be shadow price. So as you know that we are or every citizens are paying some taxes. So these taxes should be properly monitored, and one should properly monitor in which area how much investment should be made. So based on that, some financial budgets are there in each financial year. They have give some certain amount, this provide some certain amount for the construction for highway, and this is nothing but some estimated budget for the future. So the total transportation cost is basically these three types of cost: the construction cost, maintenance cost, and road user cost. Now I will come what is construction cost. So from the term itself, you can find out the what is the construction cost. Means the total cost required for construct the for any structure. It may be building, it may be road, it may be airport, it may be any construction work. Then the maintenance cost. Maintenance costs are a typical thing which need to be focused very minutely. Maximum contractor are not focusing on the maintenance cost, and for which if you are not considering the maintenance cost in a proper way, then in future there will be some losses of there. So you have heard about the PMGSY, Prime Minister Gramin Sarak Yojana. So in that scheme also they have give some clear guideline that how much amount should be kept for the maintenance cost, because maintenance is a thing which are we need on a regular basis, on periodic basis, and on special case basis. So basically maintenance are three type: one is regular type, one is periodic type, one is special case. Regular means I have to do the maintenance after 6 months. Periodic means I have to do for each 1 month, or 2 month, or 1 year, or 2 year. And special means suppose sudden there is an accident, so that is not counted in our maintenance cost, but we have to again repair the place, do all the corrections, and that cost should also be kept aside while preparing the total cost of any project. And finally road users cost. The road user cost are our drivers or the vehicles or the pedestrians are the road users cost. So construction costs are basically from survey to the final product. The survey, investigation and design cost, land acquisition cost, construction cost, physical contingencies, supervisions, quality control, and administrative charges. Maintenance, ordinary repairs, periodic repairs, operation responses, and supervision and operation charges. And road users costs. So road users costs are basically three types. One is vehicle operating cost, time cost, and accident cost. What are the various vehicle operating costs? Suppose fuel and lubricant cost. That is the one, we have to inject some fuel in our vehicles for movement. So this is nothing but a type of cost we have to keep in mind, and that is why we are all moving to the CNG or the biofuel because of the limitation of our petrol and diesels. Next is the spare parts cost. Yes, tire cost, maintenance labor cost, fixed cost, crew cost, depreciation cost, and commodity cost. So these all costs are involved in the vehicle operating cost. Now what are the time cost? Value of occupation time, value of goods in transit, value of time of commercial vehicle. Means time is also can be estimated in terms of cost. Okay, so it is not the time is only time. No, time is also a type of cost in transportation or any important or the significant sector. Accident cost, cost of human fatal accident, loss due to injury, cost of hospitalization, damage to property of the vehicles. Next is the benefit from highway improvement. Road user benefits, vehicle operating cost saving, value of travel time savings, value of savings in accident, saving in maintenance cost. So these are the some improvements or benefits from the highway. Means if we follow the proper economic or financial aspect for the highway, this improvement can be obtained. So the factors affecting the road users cost, the roadway factors like pavement width, the surface type and the rigidity quality, the vertical profile, the horizontal geometry, the number of junctions per kilometer. So this is basically the roadway factor, means your some geometrical features. Because if you have already learned few thing about the geometry design, means the your horizontal curve, your transition curve, your circular curve, your camber. So these are some geometric parameter or geometric component while we need to consider or we need to keep in mind while construction of the road. So we have to include the cost of each parameter for as and where required, because we should be more conscious or we should be more serious why we design some road in the hilly way, because in hilly road there are n number of parameters we need to keep in our mind. So for turning radius, like turning radius, then your super elevation. So this thing, and for that thing how much cost is involved, that thing should minutely be calculated for any construction work. So vehicle factors are the type, ages, make, engine horsepower and power to weight ratio. What are the traffic factors? The traffic volume, traffic composition, speed, congestion. Is if the traffic volume is more, say suppose if the traffic volume is more, means we need to provide a more width of the road. If the more width means we need more material, more land acquisition, means we need more cost involvement. So based on the traffic volume, the cost is also different. Traffic composition, yes, if it is a suppose we want to provide a separate lane for separate category of the vehicle. Now if there is suppose two mode of vehicle, suppose only two wheeler and four wheeler, so if we can provide only two lane, one is for two wheeler, one is for four wheeler, it is sufficient and the cost is also be less. But there, if there is a, as we know, the India is a road where we can find heterogeneous traffic. So if we want to provide a separate category, separate lane for separate mode, type of mode, then the width will be more, the cost will be more, and finally it is affect the total budget of the total construction. Next, the speed, congestion, and finally the environmental factor like weather, waterfall, temperature. So if you know that the in heavy rainfall area we provide some different surface material rather than in a normal type of the weather area. So based on that weather, the cost of the construction is also varies. So what are the various stages involved in economic evaluation? Identification and definition of project, collection of economic based data, traffic surveys in existing facilities, selection of policy variable for analysis and decision, inventory of existing roads, traffic projections, engineering design of proposed alternative schemes, estimation of cost of new facility as per all alternative, traffic analysis of existing roads and new facility, estimation of user benefits, economic analysis. So this is a idea about the what are the various type of cost are involved, what are the various parameters we need to keep in mind, what are the various type of cost, that is the maintenance cost, construction cost, and the road users cost. Again, what are the various type of the road users cost. So this is the summary of this today's lecture, that what are the various type of cost are involved, what are the parameters we need to keep in your mind, what are the various type of maintenance cost. These are the thing we need to be focused for any construction work. So as you know, my contact details are given. So if you have any query, you can ask me. So till the next class, thank you.